Hey, we are locked in.
I only pulled mine out to check the Reddit thing.
Well, we're locked in and ready to go, Kendall.
Let's go.
You should write them up.
Welcome, everybody, to Bad Potato Salad, the show where Mike and I accost strangers on the internet.
When you're not on your phone, we do.
Accost, judge, you get the point. Mike and I are professional comedians who travel around the country to tell jokes to strangers for money. In fact, we're going to be in North Dakota later this month. And you're thinking, North Dakota, is that a place for comedy? We'll find out. But when we're not doing that, we're judging strangers. Here's how the show works. Our beautiful wives, Kendall and Alana,
Hi.
read us two stories that they're not mutes. They talk. read us two stories that they find across Reddit. They read us the headlines, and Mike and I choose which one will be the funniest to blind react to. Now, who is Mike Travers, the world famous, soon to be famous in North Dakota?
Woo!
Wow.
I'm watching a game. Hold on.
There is a TV right next to Mike with
fired.
the football game, so and Mike is a little bit distracted here. That is Mike Travers.
Happy
World
to be
famous.
here.
You should
World famous.
You should be.
Locally, not even famous. But
Regionally
yeah.
famous.
Yeah, regional, locally ignored.
Like a little bit.
Yeah.
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 Smidge.
Yeah.
Smidge.
Hey.
Just a smidge.
Let's judge some people.
Okay, let's do it. Here's our first two options.
I was like,
Yeah.
did she forget how to
Yeah.
talk?
No, because this one, this is like not an Am I the Asshole? This is like I have questions. It's like relationship advice versus an Am I the Asshole?
Okay, love that.
So the first is relationship advice. My wife cheated on me because she thought I was cheating on her.
Revenge dick.
What rules do I need to put in place if we stay together? That's the question.
Don't sleep with other men. I think that's a good rule.
Off top of my head, don't cheat.
Yeah, that's the first one that comes to mind.
Solved it.
Yeah.
Or am I the asshole for telling my mom that she was an unwanted guest?
I think the cheating one.
Yeah, let's go
I want because I want to help this person.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is interesting. All
I
right.
love the headline's great.
Yeah.
That's a great headline.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready? My wife cheated on me because she thought I was cheating on her. What rules do I need to put in place?
And she needs to know that banging one girl is not cheating.
No.
That is just.
Yeah. That's research.
Yeah, that's research. No, I want to know what made him think she was. Does he tell you what?
Yeah.
Why she? Okay. Cool.
Okay. So we've been married for 6 years now and been together for 8. And I thought everything was going great. And our marriage was strong, but apparently not. Because last weekend, I accidentally stumbled upon proof that my wife was cheating on me.
Wow.
I just happened to
That'd
come
be
home.
Such a sinking failing.
Oh, God.
That's
I
a
can't
kick
imagine.
in the gut.
Ugh. Apparently not. Okay. Last weekend, I accidentally stumbled upon proof. I just happened to come home from work early, and my wife did not know I was home.
And my wife had another man's in her mouth. I was like, this seems like cheating. This feels like cheating.
His name was Proof.
I hear her on the phone.
It's a really good line.
I remember there was a rapper that Eminem was friends with named Proof.
Interesting.
That's true.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I happened to come home early from work, and my wife didn't know I was home. I hear her on the phone talking to some guy about what she wanted him to do to her in graphic detail.
Oh.
I let the conversation go on for about 25
Why?
minutes and
Why?
recorded her on my phone.
You
He might have
need
just been-
a minute and a half of proof. The rest of it's just he
might have just been
torturing you.
paralyzed, though. You
Yeah,
know
that's
what I mean?
also
That's
fair.
a tough thing
Yeah.
to
That's just torture.
process.
That's
yeah.
torture.
He might have been like turned on and mad.
Yeah, at the same time. Like why am I horny and upset?
She's into that? Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Oh, it gets worse. My wife tells the guy that she's about to leave the house to go meet him. She leaves the kitchen, walks into the living room, and instantly realizes that I heard the conversation.
Whoa.
At first, she claims that she was talking to her best friend that wanted to meet up for drinks.
Ew.
You're gonna
Yeah.
deep throat a drink?
What bar is that allowed?
I played the recorded conversation on my phone. She breaks down, starts crying, and begs me to not leave her. And I'm very furious at this point, so I tell her that I need some space and I have to leave. She doesn't.
I definitely wouldn't leave her alone.
Yeah. Oh, she's not gonna be alone. She's definitely not gonna be alone. There's no doubt about that.
She won't let me leave and threatens to harm herself if I leave. Not a good move.
Can I be fair? Can I
Yeah.
just say something
Yeah.
though? She didn't break down because she didn't want him to leave. She's not mad or she's not upset that she cheated on him. She's upset that she got caught.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's
Yeah,
the
for
you know
sure.
right.
Totally.
Yeah, ruined the fun. She was about to have a fun afternoon. And a cock block got home.
Mike, you fucked up my whole
Yeah.
day.
Now what? Orgy's over.
No, don't leave. Stay here. I'm leaving.
She's like,
I'll be
stomp. I
back
can
in-
picture her like stomping. Like,
You never let me blow anybody but you.
Yeah.
okay, so she.
Sorry.
All right, so he leaves. Wait, she won't let me leave. She threatens to harm herself. And then I ask her who the guy is. She tells me it's a guy that works for her dad's company. I ask
It's her brother? It's a family-run company.
Yeah.
I asked if her family knew, and she said no. And then she said the only reason that she cheated was because she thought that I was having an affair with our babysitter, which is an insane accusation.
Because our kid's 13.
Well,
So was the babysitter.
he's 31 and she's 28, and our babysitter is an 18-year-old girl who lives on our street. My wife hired her, is the only one that communicates her, and my wife decided to claim that she found blonde hair in our bed, and my wife is a brunette. She claimed that the babysitter dresses inappropriately when I'm at the house, and she also claims that she found the babysitter in my closet when she came home one day. And I said to her, that's all in your head. You might need serious help. In the last few days, I decided to stay in my house, and my wife keeps saying she wants things to go back to normal. She tried to initiate sex multiple times, but I've declined. Sorry, I couldn't find it. Okay. I honestly don't even want to look at her. The only reason I'm in the house is because it's my daughter's birthday this week, and I don't want her day to be ruined because of
good
this.
for him. Good for him.
I basically need to decide if I stay or divorce her. If I stay, what rules do I ask her to follow? The reason I'm leaning towards staying is because I want my daughters to have both parents all the time, and the house is in my wife's name along with all the cars. She's a stay-at-home mom without an income. I talked to my friend who's an attorney. He said I would definitely lose the house and my wife would end up with custody of my daughters. My child support payments would be north of $2,000 a month along with spousal support. My friend also told me that where we live does not favor the father much. I've already talked with my close friends.
On Earth.
It's a red. It's a red state on Earth. Yeah.
I would like some outside opinions because what rules do I put into place to make sure she doesn't cheat on me again? My head is all over the place. I don't know what to do.
It's so. This is so interesting. I mean, like the fact that she was like, "I think he's cheating on me."
With the
so I
babysitter.
have two options. I can confront him about it, or I can blow Todd. Like, you know what I mean? And she was like, I'm going to blow Todd in graphic detail. And again, she's not sad. She's been cheating on you forever. She's just been using that as an excuse. This doesn't feel like a one night stand. And it definitely doesn't feel like an accident. Like we were drunk, we hooked up. Like this was a planned attack on you.
Definitely.
And even, again, the biggest thing is, even if you were sleeping with the babysitter, the idea is not to get even. Like that's not a healthy relationship. You gotta leave, right? And if you want, what's that?
We're singing, Taylor.
Oh, okay. That's
Well,
my
Taylor
fault.
said, "Don't get sad, get
Don't
even."
get sad,
Yeah.
get even.
No, don't get
Vigilante
even
shit.
because that's how you end up in the divorce court. I don't even know if she would get everything because if she was the one that ruined
has
the marriage,
proof,
he has proof. Like I understand you want your daughter to grow up in a normal household, but that's over. That's gone.
Yeah, like he apparently travels for work. You can't. I mean, he's never going to be comfortable leaving
never
again.
gonna, yeah.
And I thought by the headline it was going to be like he had some shady stuff, probably cheating.
And that she assumed.
Her
that.
just saying, "I think you're sleeping with a babysitter," such a
Totally.
haymaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with no. You found blonde hair in the bed, so you assume that that you're having an affair with her. Come on.
Yeah. And I mean, the one time I slept with the babysitter, you're going to hold that over my head.
I feel like blonde hair in the bed, if she is a brunette, is a little sketchy.
Definitely.
Is it though? Because a babysitter could have been playing with the child in the parent's bed. I'm not just saying that. Like I feel like that's absolutely a thing that could
Out of all
happen.
the things she said, that's the one that I was like,
It could, and you're right. It could be, but also it seems like when she found her in the closet, he didn't even sound like he was home when that happened. You know what I mean?
I think it's way more likely, and I would assume that's what happens is when a babysitter and the kids go to bed, snoop around your house.
For sure.
Like I
Yeah.
assume they do. Just they're bored. They're just looking what you have in your closet.
Right.
Maybe they lay on your bed for a minute. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
so I think that's more likely.
Yeah,
than,
you're inviting a person into your house to watch your kids. You're not gonna just restrict their access to anything, and even if you do, you're not home anyway. The blonde hair in the bed doesn't even make sense. If he's never shown any, she's dressing more scandalous. She's 18.
She's 18.
She's
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, kids these days dress like.
I don't even think it's like looks scandalous, but there's a lot. The style is baggy jeans and crop
Right.
tops and
Yeah.
things like that.
For
She
some
could
of
think
it. For
she
some
could
of it.
think that's scandalous.
Right.
It couldn't. It doesn't have to be like, oh, she came in and like
I think the biggest thing is you assume your husband's cheating on you, so you go out and cheat on him.
That's insane.
Is 100% an excuse to just cheat on your husband.
I also think if you really, really believed your husband was sleeping with a babysitter
Right.
and you said nothing,
Right. Or
that's
hired
way
a new-
more alarming that
Yeah.
you're married to a guy that's sleeping with an 18-year-old.
Right.
You know, that's
Maybe hire a new babysitter,
right. Yeah.
a less hot babysitter. Maybe
Yeah. That's why we don't have babysitters anymore.
anymore.
yeah.
Mike, couldn't,
You gotta. I know it sucks, and you may have to pay for your daughter. Honestly, you may get custody of your daughter, depending
Yeah.
on how much like whatever the state favors. Honestly, if your buddy's an attorney and he's already telling you like you're not gonna get custody of your daughter, hire a different attorney to represent you in court, and you gotta leave. It's never gonna get better.
I don't think rules are going to help here.
It's never gonna
Yeah.
get better.
I think she
No,
was
there's
looking
no-
for a way out.
Yeah, I don't think that's why she wasn't cheating because there was no rules in place. Hey, put some rules on paper.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Show me where it says I'm not allowed.
I would also love to know how bad it was on the phone, like what she was saying.
But also,
20
like,
25 minutes. I got about 3 minutes of fantasy stuff. I'm like, I can't think of anything else.
What
25.
rule are you putting in place though?
good question.
What rule would you put? Because the question is, what
Yeah.
rule should I put in place if he stays? What rule would you put in place?
You can no longer own a phone.
Yeah,
Yeah. You can't bang John anymore.
Yeah.
That's rule number one.
John.
Well, yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think the rule. I think the rule has to be, I've never slept with a babysitter. You're not allowed to sleep with random guys in
I
hotels.
thought you were going the other way.
But
Now I'm
But
going
to.
to.
Yeah, you clearly cheated on me. I get one free
Yeah.
pass, which is not a healthy thing. to
Now
do
it's
anyway.
part of the vow.
Yeah,
No,
I
but
think,
it's way more fun though.
yeah.
Way more fun than paying
Don't
$2,000 a
get
month.
mad, get even.
there we go.
We're getting
go.
even. We're getting even.
We are.
No, you got to divorce. I mean, it's she's cheated on you. It's not going to get better. And again, it sucks to hear this, but she's not sad that it happened. She's sad that she got caught.
Yeah.
And that sucks. And that's shitty.
Get rid of her.
Get rid of her.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This doesn't feel like a one night stand. It doesn't feel like an accident. This was super
No.
premeditated. It was absolutely premeditated.
plan.
because
Yeah.
she thought she got cheated on.
Yeah, and she was making sure that her wish list was going to be like she was telling him what she
Yeah.
wanted to happen,
You're
and
gonna
then she
tie
was
me
going
up.
there.
You're gonna tie
Yeah.
me up.
Yeah.
You're gonna spray butter on me.
Let's wait till let's wait till we're done with this
That's
first.
fair. That's fair. I don't want to. I don't want to tell you what she said to me in 25 minutes. But what are our next two? Was that the
Okay.
first one?
That was
Yeah.
the first
That was
one.
a long one.
We're rolling in.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
got three in this. We got three stories in this one. I think.
Okay. Okay. Am I the asshole for letting my perpetually late boyfriend miss a game that he was excited about because I didn't remind him to hurry up?
That sounds like a him problem for sure, huh?
Or how do I tell my daughter that she just cannot be friends with this girl from school?
Interesting. That's a vaguer headline.
Yeah, that's real.
And I
big.
kind of want to see why she can't be friends. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
my
yeah.
thought. I'm just gonna throw out. I'm just gonna pull a pin, throw a grenade. I'm gonna say her mother had something to do with her dad at some point.
Oh,
Okay, that's a leap.
Yeah,
That's a
it was
leap.
Yeah.
I went there.
I
I,
don't
tried.
even- I mean,
Alright.
I was going to say she smokes or something.
Yeah. I was thinking
All right,
drugs, yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
fair. All right,
is that what we're going
How-
with?
do we have? Oh yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
tell us an age or anything.
15.
Okay, I'm going smokes.
Okay.
should be good. Yeah,
Here we go. Let's do it. I'm glad we're not talking about being late because I'm never late. And these
Never
guys
late.
are so.
Kendall.
These
the
guys
next
are.
time you're on time will be the first time.
It will be the first time.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe not the
It is.
first. Maybe the second.
And then Derek and I are like 2 hours early for everything.
Always.
Yeah.
And I'm right on time. I'm right in the middle.
Yeah, we are early.
Yeah.
It's me. Hi. The problem. It's me. Sorry.
Shame.
At least she apologized. At least she apologized to you if we were having this conversation at home. She'd be like, "I'm not. Like, what do you want me to do? I had to do like it.
Yeah.
Just I get it.
Oh, it's your
yeah.
fault.
Oh, not my fault." She's like,
I
"But it's
never
there's."
blame it on you.
She no, you don't blame it on me, but you blame.
You don't apologize either.
No.
Let's read it.
did. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mom.
Okay, are we ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. How do I tell my daughter that she cannot be friends with this girl? I have a 15-year-old daughter named Emily. She's a good girl, innocent, a sophomore, and involved in theater. Recently, she met a 16-year-old junior named Daisy, and I have concerns that Daisy may be a bad influence. When Emily first told me about her, I explained that she could hang out with Daisy only at school, not outside, as I didn't want Daisy's behavior to rub off on her. I'll share a few examples to explain why I feel this way.
Okay, so first off, I was wrong. I was definitely wrong. And
The
I'm
mom's
man enough
not
to
a
admit,
slut.
I'm man enough to admit that I was wrong, Kendall. Unlike some people who can't admit that they were late.
I think Mike and I might be right, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Okay, one day Emily came home and I could tell something was on her mind. And when I asked, she told me how Daisy skipped school, physically leaving campus to go elsewhere during school hours. I used to do that my senior year.
Okay.
But we would go to Bojangles.
I hope your mom's not listening.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
tell
hope your
her.
mom doesn't know.
I'm gonna tell her.
Yeah.
Jan.
Daisy even asked Emily to join her, but thankfully Emily declined because I've taught her to say no.
For you.
Another incident that worried me was when Emily came home and asked what Molly was.
Molly's another girl you should not be hanging out with.
Right?
Molly's
Little
amazing, but
harsh
don't.
for that age.
Yeah.
Yeah. I jokingly responded that Molly was a friend, not realizing it was a reference to a drug. Emily then explained that Daisy had told her she went out to buy Molly. This frightened me. Daisy is only 16 and is already involved with drugs, which raises a concern that she might influence Emily to experiment with them.
That's
For
fair.
sure. Yeah, at that age especially.
100%.
Yeah, not
at
good,
that
not
age,
good, not
man.
good.
It is so underrated, especially with girls. Like the influence of
Oh,
friends
yeah.
at that age is just so dangerous.
And girls are mean.
Yeah,
They're
you
like,
could-
oh, you can't be, you're not cool if
Right.
you, like, yeah.
Yeah, it could go both ways. It could go off the rails if you go and if you don't go, because
Yeah.
you could
Could
catch.
get bullied,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's such a tough thing to navigate. That's why I'm not a young girl anymore. But
I will tell you, you've transitioned better than a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks.
No, yeah, that's a tricky one, and the mom's right. I mean, the longer you can keep her innocent and away from that, the better.
Yeah,
so she's
especially
right.
girl, because again, like you've said in this podcast before, young girls, like it's not way different, but it's different than young guys because like guys can ruin their lives for sure, but they can't create a lot. You know what I mean? Like a 16-year-old girl could get in a party and she could end up pregnant, and then like her whole life is derailed because she's got to raise a child and like she's got to like be pregnant in high school, which is gotta be impossibly tough. You're not going to college at that point, or if you do, it's extremely like,
Everything's harder.
way harder.
Everything's
Yeah.
harder. Except for graduation, because you're only 38. Yeah. That's easy. That is easier.
Yeah, you and your kid are gonna be great friends because you're gonna have the same, styles.
Like there is like that one point in time you're like, man, that would have been sweet to be at their graduation at like 30.
Yeah.
I wish I was a 15-year-old.
And you're gonna be the hot mom at all the soccer practices because you're the youngest.
So I have so much life left.
Yeah, your boobs in your face are still lifted. Like it's nice.
Okay, the final incident was when Daisy invited Emily to the mall, and we allowed her to go, so I met Daisy. She had a too cool for school attitude and reeked of marijuana. Ooh. Daisy looked much older, wearing heavy makeup, very short shorts.
I mean, if you take sophomore year 4 times, you're gonna look a little bit older.
That's true.
Wearing heavy makeup, very short shorts, a tank top, long nails, and had many facial piercings. Since we were already there, I let Emily shop with her, but on the way home, Emily returned the $30 I'd given her, saying Daisy had paid for her. When I asked how Daisy paid, Emily said Daisy used cash and mentioned she earned money by cleaning houses.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm conflicted. I want to tell my daughter not to spend time with Daisy because she's clearly a negative influence, but I also have to admit Daisy seems like a loyal friend to Emily, just one with very troubling habits. So I'm asking for advice on how to handle this situation with Emily while making sure she understands the reasons.
That's interesting.
So I think controlled friendship, which will never work, is the only way this is going to work.
Why would it never work though?
Because if she's saying like, hey, you're allowed to hang out with Daisy,
But only at
but
school.
only in school or at
Oh.
our house, that's never going to work, because eventually Emily's going to be like, hey, I'm going out with my friends, and she'll be like, Daisy gonna be there? No, Daisy's not gonna be there. It's gonna you're 16, 17 years old, you lie to your parents, that you do what you know what I mean, like, but it does suck, because it does sound like, even though Daisy may be a troubled person, like maybe Daisy's home life isn't good, and maybe
Yep.
like giving her a stable family and a stable friend right now could be super crucial.
Yeah.
Is she the asshole for saying she can't hang out with her? She kind of is the asshole, because you also have to have enough faith in your kid to not make terrible decisions.
That's
You know what
fair. I mean, I think
as far as a parent goes, like if you're that concerned about your parenting, like, you have to also be like, hey, I trust my kid.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point. At this point, Emily hasn't come home
Right.
on drugs or drunk or
One
like-
nipple piercing,
Yeah.
but like that's gonna happen.
That was going to happen anyway. I was.
You can get that at
I was
church camp.
15 when that happened. Yeah. And I've actually showed my nipple on this podcast. That was one of the first ones.
Well, this was like an advice one too. But I think what's interesting is that being a teenage girl at one point in
You
my
were?
life.
Oh, you were?
And also I was like the good kid, because I was like the church kid, and
Right.
and I hung out with some people that were like,
So this works out, because like you and Alana can
Yeah.
have this conversation, because she was the delinquent and you were the good church
I
kid.
love that.
was
Was
not a
Alana the
delinquent.
were you
Not at all. No.
were you
I
gonna be the
never
one that would
touched a drug. I barely.
That she
I don't
didn't
think
like.
I even drank a sip of
Yeah.
alcohol in high school.
No, I didn't either. I was around friends that were like
For sure.
little,
For
bad
sure.
influence.
My friends were bad.
Well, my
yeah.
first thought was when she said that she gave her mom the money back, but she had stuff from the
Stole
mall. 100%.
Yeah.
Because
But
that
she said
was
she faked with cash.
yeah.
So I mean, she could have been making cash off selling drugs.
And
Yeah,
believable,
that's what that
she's cleaning houses.
sure.
That's a
Yeah,
believable,
That's a believable
job.
that's a
You can make good
16-year-old.
money.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I would say the advice is
Set parameters.
Yes, let
Set
her hang out with
parameters.
her.
Be a friend.
Talk to her
And
a lot,
also,
the daughter.
you need to be a great support system for maybe Daisy. Maybe
Yeah.
you need to have Daisy over at your house.
Yeah.
Because you need to. She obviously
Yeah.
is seeking attention in the wrong
100%.
areas. Like, and again, we
Yeah.
said it. Kids are super impressionable at that age.
Mm.
So maybe like be a good person to Daisy
Mm-hmm.
and go from there.
Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic advice. I mean, I think you nailed it. I mean, I think that's the right thing to do until Emily lets you down or does something bad.
Yeah, that's true.
And then sleep with the babysitter.
I would have started with that. No. Yeah, I think you're right. I agree with that.
I do too. So the next one is some NSFW ones.
Oh.
Unless you want me to save them for last.
This will. I mean, we're right. We're
Okay,
gonna be at,
then this
30.
is good.
Yeah,
This
we're
is
gonna be at, like,
then we
30.
should do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 2 options.
Also, just so you know, if we read a story on here, if we don't read a story on here, we get 2 headlines. We choose one of them. We've always said if we don't read a story that you would be interested in, please let us know. We will make a video specifically for that story the next time we record. We've always said that.
Yes, let's do it. Okay. So I found something really effed up in my husband's phone. What should be my course of action?
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Or
What that could be
That
anything.
one. Yeah.
could be
Mike, think
anything.
about it. Mike literally locked his phone when he said
it
you said
actually,
that.
it's funnier. It started vibrating when you said it. Yeah.
Just to be clear, I have complete access to Mike's phone.
Yeah.
Or
You think? Which phone?
Except
I was
for
just
one
gonna say he
phone.
does have
There's
2
a burn
phones.
phone.
Well, I have the work
One's for
one.
us,
Work
other
phone.
job.
Okay, yeah.
Same, Mike. Same.
Yeah, right. What else are we gonna do? Yeah. Call me my
Or
work phone.
I told my husband that my vagina isn't a candle. Am I the?
A candle? Candle.
He confused it for a
Can you
candle.
light it?
I think he's been
Yeah,
blowing.
I know. That's what I was
Light the candle.
I don't know. I'm just the
I
head.
don't know. I feel like number
I
one.
really want to know. Does it tell us what's effed up on her husband's phone?
Yes.
Okay.
Is
then
it crazy?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
conversation
yeah.
to have.
But if you're here right now, this is a not safe for work story. The title should have given that away, but if it didn't, this is a not safe for work story. So if you're at work right now, you need to turn this podcast off or stop being such a and quit your job, because we're about to enter a not safe for work portion of the internet. Candle tell us what was on this dirty, perverted man's phone.
All right. I found something really fucked up in my husband's phone. What should be my course of action?
Forgive him.
Yeah, don't look at your husband's phone.
Yeah.
What did you think was going to be on there?
Oh, Bible verses?
I got a few phone numbers. But
All right. He's 25. I'm 22. It's only been a few months since we got married, and we were dating for 2 years before.
Young. Getting married at 25 is like leaving the party at 8:30.
It is.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that.
good
It
point.
is a little much. Okay. I was decluttering his gallery on his phone, and this is something that he knows I do for him from time to time because his phone is full of useless pictures
You need that, actually.
that he doesn't
I'll
need
declutter
anymore.
your face a lot.
So I do it to save space. We both have full access to each other's phones.
All right,
So she
love
was
that.
not sneaking.
Healthy.
All right.
Healthy, yeah.
yeah.
Today I deleted something that I didn't mean to. So then I went into the trash folder to get it out.
Boy.
Oh.
I am so shaken. I don't know how to even write this. My fingers are trembling.
Oh my goodness.
There were two of my friends that were AI generated, meaning that he probably uploaded their pictures to some website that undresses you. Why is there even a website that does that?
Yeah, why and what did it
I
say
can
the
answer.
website what it was?
Yeah, right.
She has it linked at the bottom. I'm kidding. My blood went cold. I was stuttering, couldn't breathe. My heart's palpitating. I really, really, really loved him. I saw no signs of this. I don't know what to do. Okay.
Okay.
And there's an update immediately because
Okay.
I figured that was important, right?
Yeah.
I confronted him, and the audacity that he has, I can't even handle it.
Oh, can I guess first? Can
Yeah.
we guess first?
Yeah.
I would say he'd be like, "Well, babe, I didn't actually see your friends naked.
Okay.
It's fake.
It's fake.
Okay.
So it's okay. What
Okay.
do you think?
What do you
What do you
think?
think his excuse
I mean,
is
but
gonna be?
there's
What do you
still
think his
No,
excuse
but what do you think his excuse will be?
his excuse will be that he was doing it as a joke. He was going to put something together, and
That's
Okay.
good. That's
it
good
was going
too.
to be something
All right.
funny.
Okay. So she
He
said,
was like, I just like off your friend.
Yeah. Wait, you
said-
never wondered what she looked like naked?
I have a picture.
Yeah.
she said, he tried very, very hard to explain that this does not count as cheating, even though he said that if I did it, he wouldn't forgive me. He's been
No.
such a loudmouth.
Not great to use that in your argument.
No.
Yeah.
I think that's why she said the audacity.
Yeah.
He's been such a loudmouth about how cheating is the worst. Trust is the only thing that's important. Cheaters deserve the worst, blah, blah, blah. He revealed to me at this time that he has a porn addiction. This whole entire time, he never told me. And he watches porn specifically when we've had a fight and he's mad at me. So he does it to privately spite me. He said it's my fault for making him mad and fighting with him. And he also just assumed that I fantasize about other guys too. So that should be okay. I do not do this, and I've never done this since we've worked together.
I just picture him like, take that. Like, he's like mad about his.
I mean, I think he's right. I don't think it's cheating. It's just
it's messed
inappropriate
up.
that you picked her friends.
It's inappropriate.
There is
It's not cheating.
4 billion other women you
Right.
could have chosen that weren't her friend.
And he did it himself. Like she's like, it
Yeah.
wasn't someone didn't
That takes
send
work,
him.
yeah.
He
Right.
did this himself.
Right. Or just look at.
Yeah.
Like you're already open about it, you know what I mean? Like you're already
Right.
doing it when you're angry at her anyway. Like you can't her friends or that's a weird one.
Yeah, that's like
So weird.
I would not want you fantasizing about my friends.
Yeah, right.
Stop having hot friends. No, I'm just kidding. I've never ever done that.
like,
But
also-
also it's like yeah.
Yeah, going through that
weird,
trouble of putting
that's
whatever
weird.
that
That's
is,
just
put it
that.
together
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
AI
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
see what to have this
Weird.
mental image what they look like naked is.
Right.
That's
Also, I wonder if she's ever found his hidden folder or if she's looked at it because
What's a hidden folder? Where's that at?
Well, every iPhone has a hidden folder.
I didn't know that.
every
well-
iPhone has one.
I would think
in your photos.
Samsungs do too.
It's like if you click one picture and you click like the dots, you can select hidden.
We're all doing it right now.
Well, here's the thing.
I was like trying to find
I
out.
do
Yeah,
know
I didn't-
this because I
Yeah, why do you
sometimes-
know
Oh,
this?
you
Yeah,
don't know
good
why I know
question.
this.
I don't know why you know
Good
this.
question.
I sometimes
So-
will be on a trip and send a scandalous picture to my husband.
Okay.
Which is very appropriate.
Oh, you can hide.
But
Yeah,
like,
you can
I
hide a
don't want
photo.
someone scrolling through my phone. Like, I go on a trip with my friend and we're sharing pictures. I don't want to accidentally
Smart.
let them see,
Smart.
you know, my in the bathroom or something. So
Yeah, mine
that's-
says move to secure folder.
Okay.
Okay. So there is a hidden folder where it just doesn't show up in all of your stuff. You can look at it in the photos.
The,
I'm gonna need to see your phone now.
yeah.
Everyone, pass your phone to the right.
Hold on, let's see what's in your
The picture that I stopped on to see if that worked was a headline that I found on the internet this week, which I thought was funny. It says Joe Biden bites several babies at a Halloween event. and I saved this because like this is kind of funny.
that is
I'm
kinda
gonna want this later.
That is kind of funny.
So,
But yeah, you can just click on any picture and put it in a hidden folder so you can't see it when you're going through
Interesting.
things.
Yeah, Lon, I better be getting a lot more shots on the road now.
Tricky to deal with.
So what's your?
I mean, because he didn't cheat. That's not
No, he
cheating,
did
but
not
it's
cheat.
almost
That's not cheating.
not worse.
That's not
I
cheating.
guess,
it's
but-
not worse, but
Yeah.
it's weird.
It's
weird.
Weirder.
It's
Yeah.
weird. It's a little concerning.
Is it as weird as someone taking 9,136 photos of you
No,
while you're asleep?
that's.
Is that more weird?
I just because we never found her reason.
What do you think? What do you think? Like, which would you rather? Would you rather have a lot or Kendall have like pictures of your friends naked on her phone that she AI generated, or just a like couple hundred pictures of you sleeping?
Sleeping.
Yeah, me sleeping,
sleeping,
for sure.
yeah.
I mean,
For
I'm a like a adorable
are
sleeper.
an
So
adorable-
that, no, yeah, neither one's great, but I mean, it was definitely stranger to see an woman
AI generated
Well, I mean,
picture of Derek.
The idea of well, I mean, a woman doing it's way more disturbing.
How'd I look though?
So good.
I just think of when it comes to guys being a guy, but that women have to be. There's a part of them that has to be like. Nothing that we do surprises
also
you.
fair.
Where like if a woman did it, I'd be like, I just thought you were better.
Yeah,
you know. But if a guy does, you're like, yeah, that doesn't slightly surprise me. Yeah,
Of course he has that on his phone.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I could also see a little. If he was like, oh, you're right. That was.
Yeah.
I tried it.
Right.
I'm sorry. That's gross.
It
and
is weird now
Like
that
if he
you-
had
yeah.
some kind of remorse.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He has none.
The other thing I think, like I could even understand it if it was like AI generated photos of his girlfriend or his wife, because they're married, wife, like in things that like, oh, she would never
Right.
agree to wear this,
Yeah.
but like I
Yeah.
think this is like cosplay hot. Like that even still
Yeah.
but it never mentioned the website.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
And that's unfortunate.
Hey, if you wrote this story,
Just-
What's
boys
that cost a month?
the
What's
boys
it cost
would
a
really
month?
like to see that.
I just need to know, like,
Yeah.
what's it a month? To
What
cost,
is
you
it
know?
a month?
Send some pictures of your friends too.
Yeah.
Just have them
For
crop.
research.
Yeah.
For research. Man, so what was the point of this story?
It
Is
was
like
not- this was
relationship
advice. This was
So
advice.
like the advice is
Yeah.
you have to have a serious conversation with him about what's going on in his life that's making him do this. If he has a addiction, like that's a therapy thing. But also maybe like find out what he's into and then be that for him.
Or just, I mean, I think every guy's going to look at porn to some degree, so I don't even worry about that. But I just say, hey, my friends are off limit. That's weird. That makes me feel uncomfortable. Because, it's like when they, like the joke, the sleeping with someone famous. If they pick your friends, it's way more like, it's more offensive than you telling me you want to bang my buddy who works with me is worse
Then
than you,
John Bon Jovi.
than you want to sleep with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Right.
John Bon Jovi.
It was the first. It was,
Wait, she wants to sleep with John Bon Jovi
she
too?
mentioned it a lot.
I did no.
That's disappointing.
She calls
Derek,
her vagina a still horse.
Derek, that's in my hidden folder.
Oh, did you like how dumb I acted when you're like hidden folder? What's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Wait, I have one too?
Well, I have full access to Kendall's and
How did I
have
get
John Bon
4,000?
Jovi's son's number?
Oh,
Do you
the
really?
one that's married to what's
No,
it
the
just?
other one.
Fuck.
yeah, not the good one.
We have his wine.
Oh,
Let's
I
call
love
him.
that.
Let's call him.
Let's
So
text
if you
him.
need that,
Can
yeah.
we just like on the podcast one day be like, hey, we're gonna call John Bon Jovi's son?
We
have to
should
dig
we
that
should
business
all
card
we
out
should
somewhere.
all do that one day where we just call the most famous person in
Yeah.
our phone.
That's a great.
Because-
I
hold
have
on,
some
but time out,
really
time out,
famous
time out.
people
Yeah,
on my
hold
phone.
on. Don't say it.
I won't.
Who's the most famous person in your phone? Kendall.
Jack Antonoff.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think
Why
it's
have
his.
You never told me that.
I actually don't know, but I don't think it's his phone number anymore. But I did meet him. I have proof. I have pictures. It was. I have.
Alana's shook right now.
You never told
I
me
actually
that.
don't know because I don't like know him,
Right.
but I did meet him a long time ago. We have pictures together. I have his phone number. I had a phone number.
Right.
But we have a couple kind of famous people on
Hold
our
on,
phone.
Alana. Who's yours?
Yeah, who's yours?
I don't know.
John Bon Jovi's son?
I have his business card.
It's a great
You
question.
don't go through your contacts. You should know.
I don't know who.
You have anybody?
I have Bill Burr's phone number.
That's good. That's a good one. Who's yours?
Probably a NASCAR driver.
Yeah.
'Cause you slept
Let's
with her?
hear that
Well,
story.
you know that.
Yeah, she slept with a
I-
NASCAR driver.
Semi-dated
Good
NASCAR
job.
for like 10
Semi-dated.
months. But he was also dating someone else at the same time, so it didn't count.
Also, none of the famous people that I'm going to brag about are people that I have hooked up with, for the record.
Oh, good for you. Can you say that, Alana?
Hold
no,
on,
you
hold
can't.
on.
All
I
right.
didn't mean to
Thank
shame
you,
her.
Kendall.
I just meant because I just
She
casually
meant it
said,
He's not
disappointingly.
even famous.
no,
He's not
but I
even
also
famous.
just casually was like, yeah, I have Bill Burr's. I think I have Bill Burr's number. I wasn't like,
Yeah,
oh,
why do you still have his number?
why should
I don't
she?
know. I might not.
Also, keep it.
I'll scroll.
We need a backup plan.
Yeah.
I really don't. I really don't, babe.
Now, who else?
All right. Mike, who's yours?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I would say.
Mark Cuban?
Yeah.
I didn't have his number though.
You had his contact number.
Yeah.
I
His
did spend.
person's.
I did spend 35 minutes alone with Mark Cuban.
See,
Yeah, well, I mean, 7 minutes in heaven.
35
I would
minutes
say-
one on one.
I would say mine's either.
I have Lee Trabosic in here.
It's not it. I don't think. I would say it's probably either Dave Coulier
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
or Tony Hinchcliffe at the moment.
Ew.
Yeah.
No, don't.
I know.
Yeah.
But that's.
But yeah.
yeah.
You can delete that.
Yeah. But
Should text him.
I thought about calling and be like, man, it sucks when people don't. Because for those, it's a weird story, but he really screwed me over in a very important situation in my life. And we'll talk about that at some point.
We'll talk
I'm
about it
sure.
at some point.
Yeah, at some point, I'm sure. So for him to like go up there at the Trump rally and make it real weird, I wanted, you don't know how much I wanted to text and be like, karma.
Yeah.
Good.
I also have, I don't think any of these are the same number. I've not
Yeah.
talked these. Colin Jost,
yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
who also is married to Scarlett Johansson, who Jack Antonoff used to date.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Boom.
T-Robe.
T-Robe.
I
I'm
think
gonna
that's a-
nominate T-Robe as my new famous person in my family.
Interesting. I thought maybe you would have had somebody in your
Uh,
family.
how about your husband? Yeah.
There you go. No, I actually wasn't thinking
I
that.
don't think
I was,
I'll look for more. I don't
yeah.
think we have any other good ones.
Oh, mine. I know what mine is.
Oh,
Dave Filoni.
Dave Filoni.
Guy that runs all. He
my
runs all of Lucasfilms. He's in charge of all the Star
yeah,
Wars.
he was a
stuff.
Star Wars guy. Yeah,
He
You-
runs all of it. He's the creative director of Lucasfilms.
Listen, if
We
you're
grew
a
up
Star
together.
Wars fan, you know who that is.
yeah,
Becky, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we grew up together playing hockey, and I scored on him so many times. It's unbelievable. Dave, if you're watching, you know that's
I
true.
can't wait.
You know,
to
and Dave,
No,
you're,
he was
obviously
really- he was-
you're obviously watching for the film aspect of this
He was a
episode.
shockingly good goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really
Interesting.
good.
Tell him your other
Also-
last fun fact about Dave Filoni.
What was that? Oh, he drew my tattoo. I have one tattoo, and
On your leg?
yeah,
Yep.
and he drew the tattoo because he started out in animation.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's on his upper thigh.
Interesting. I didn't think you had to go into animation to draw.
Yeah, it's
On my upper thigh, only in my or on Mike's leg.
Also, we would love to know, because I think it's a really interesting
Yeah.
one. We would love to know your most famous person that you have in your contacts right down here in the comment section. So go ahead and comment.
Tell
and while
us.
you're doing that, please rate, review, subscribe. Subscribe to the podcast. It costs you $0 to do that. I shouldn't have done that. Right next to my face when I was doing it. Subscribe to our podcast. We
$0.
greatly appreciated, because we have been Bad Potato Salad.
And Alana.
You've been sorry.
You have been served.
I'm stretching.